Becky, and I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using the Fancy Pants Family & Co. collection for my layout. On the background I actually end up choosing an old Scraptastic club paper, and I'm not sure if I showed it to you or not, and that's why I'm mentioning it. So right here, as I usually do, I am showing you all the items that I am going to use or that I think I might be using. Now originally I thought I was just going to use this white piece of cardstock toward the, for the background. That ends up getting scrapped, but I am also going to be using a sketch from Creative Scrappers, and I think I will show you that, and I'm not 100% sure about that. It's that one right there. You can see it up at the top left, and I'm using the bottom right one. I can't tell from my video screen what the number is on it, but that is going to be the one that I am using. So right here I'm trying to figure out how I want this grid to kind of be. On the sketch, I don't really think it's a grid. I think that right hand side is one continuous paper, but I'm not sure. But in this instance, I am actually just going to make it a little grid over on the right. So I do use this polka dotted paper. I have the two 3x4-ish photos. I think I trimmed them down a little bit smaller so I could back them with white. And then I am going to put this corally red strip right there at the bottom. Here is where I change out that white cardstock to be that Scraptastic paper. Now right here I'm thinking I want that block to be mounted by a different paper, so I'm kind of auditioning it. I'm trying out several different papers to go back behind it. I do end up settling on a blue cardstock. In that polka dotted paper there are some darker blue circles, so that's what I went on. It is this paper right here. I am just going to mount those on there. I'm testing it against that Scraptastic paper, seeing if I like the look of it, because the Scraptastic paper, it's kind of, is that checked? I don't know. It's diagonal stripes both ways, diagonal lines both ways. Whole bunch of little diamonds basically. And the color of the lines in that Scraptastic paper, they're kind of golden yellow, orangey, I don't know, it's just kind of a neutral color. So this is the one I choose. I am going to mount them right there. I do ink the edges of those papers with the Tim Holtz Distress ink in black soot. And I'm going to try to get them straight-ish. Now you know this T-square ruler, it's kind of a joke to me. I use it because it helps me, but my items or my pieces still don't end up being perfectly straight. I do try though. So I'm going to go ahead and put down this one last little piece. Sorry about my head. I'm going to stick it right there. After I stick that down, I am going to trim it up. I am going to leave just the smallest bit of the blue mount showing. It's pretty small, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Some areas a little bit bigger because of course, we discuss this all the time, not straight. Okay, so I do show you this Scraptastic club paper. You can't get it anymore, so I don't know what to tell you. I was telling someone on their page the other day that I do miss the Scraptastic Club. Now sometimes I used to get annoyed that they would send things that I knew I would never in a million years use, and then I end up using them. So I have been going back into the Scraptastic kits, so I do miss them. I recently canceled my Noel Mignon subscription. They were 6-month terms, so I just let mine expire because again it was the same thing. I was getting things I wasn't going to use, or I was getting things that I had already purchased. In the Noel Mignon kits they like to send you flowers, like fabric flowers. I don't really use as much, and also ribbons, which I also don't really use much. I am going to use these Pink Fresh Felicity stickers and also these Ellie Studio stickers for my title. The Pink Fresh ones I spell out Granny. You can see right there, I already put it down. And then above that right hand photo, I put down the word Snapchat. This is a Snapchat Granny. So right here, I'm trying to get this circle punch. Okay, so I got this circle punch. It's all over the page punch by Martha Stewart, and I got it at Tuesday Morning. And now I know why it was at Tuesday Morning. It is horrible. The magnets were kind of reversed, so they were resisting each other, not attaching to each other, and I turned it every way I could. And then when I finally just forced it down, it kind of chewed up the edges of my circle. After I did this layout, that went right into the trash can. Seriously, I just threw the whole thing in the trash. So I do also cut out some stars with that punch. And I pulled out a piece of ephemera that was from that Family & Co. It says, totally worth it. It's sitting up there at the top. Right here, I'm just cutting these little banners out of that pattern paper. It has the wonky stars on it. It's so cute, and it ties in all the colors. It has that mustardy yellow, kind of like that background Scraptastic Club paper, and it has the reds and blues and also the teal. So I did cut 2 banners out of that. I did end up being able to get 2 circles, so I pulled those out. Right here up at the top, I'm kind of making a little bit of a banner. Is that what that's called? A banner? It's going to be on some string. Pulled out this piece of chipboard. It is a banner, and it's plaid up at the top, and the bottom is a white color. These are the puffy stickers. I pull out one of the navy blue and one kind of in an aqua color, and they have a heart cut out. Right here, I'm taking out that piece of thread because I don't need it. I'm going to use this crochet thread to string my pieces through. Right there, I had used a hole punch on that circle, and I'm kind of off screen so you can't see it. When I get to this chipboard, it's a little different. I pull out my big chomp, I think is what it is called. You can kind of see it at the bottom, and punched a hole in the center of that. And then I just continue to thread the pieces on. All of them I put holes in, except for those puffy stickers. They obviously had that heart cut out, so I did not need to put a hole in them. And here I'm going to kind of try to arrange them in a way that is pleasing to me. So these photos are of my mom and my niece Tasha, and she was introducing my mom to Snapchat. So my journaling just says, I'll put it down here in a minute, and it's just cut in strips. I printed it on just on my printer, and I wished I would have made the font smaller. I used a 12-point font, and it's way too big, but I had already stuck it down. It's fine. But I just put, when I thought my mom couldn't get any cuter, Tasha introduced her to Snapchat. So in the first picture, you can see her in the background, and she is just laughing her britches off at the filter Tasha used on herself. And in the second photo, Tasha made herself an angel and made my mom the devil, which is hilarious because it should be reversed, because my mom is an angel and Tasha's a young woman, so she's still probably at that age where she's snarky. Also, it's a genetic trait, snarkiness. So right here, I am stapling down that crochet thread. Now, at first, I thought I was going to leave it hanging, and I will change that, and I think I show it. I am just adding a little extra adhesive up there on that banner piece to hold it down a little bit. Here's where I pull out that journaling, and like I said, it says, just when I thought mom couldn't get any cuter, Tasha introduced her to Snapchat. Now you see how Granny is. I don't know if I love that font. Can you really read that it says Granny? I know if you stare at it you can. It's very loopy. That was, like I said, the Pink Fresh Studio font, and it was called Felicity. It's not my favorite, but I do have it, and I am going to use it. Perhaps I should have cut off the loopy loops on the end. And you know, I didn't think of doing that until just now when I'm talking about it. That's usually how it works for me. So I pulled out this stamp set from Recollections, and it is kind of a painty stamp set. It has these paint strokes, and it also has some splatter. I am using this Kelly Perky ink to kind of splatter it around the page. Only it's not splattered. It's a stamp. It's really cool. When I first got this, I know I probably used it on several layouts, and y'all probably got tired of using it, and I rediscovered it, and I still love it. I still love it just the same. I probably could use this on every layout. I like the control it has over actually splattering. So it's pretty cool. So here's where I'm putting down that title. I'm going to do a couple more splatters. I'm going to kind of pull this star up a little bit, kind of stick one underneath there. I did kind of mess it up a little bit, but it's a splatter, so it's kind of supposed to be a little messed up. You can see like that little line right there over the right side, and it's fine because it's a splatter. It's supposed to look that way, right? So I'm going to put a little bit down here at the bottom left as well. Here I pull out that Family & Co. chipboard. I am going to pull out that smile piece that ends up down at the bottom. I am also going to pull out this black piece that has a little target. Now I needed a black right there to kind of offset that granny that's in black. And I will put a couple little dots up at the top to tie in the black up top. Here's a little blue puffy heart that I stick right there. Now their puffy stickers aren't the feel good puffy stickers. You know how you get the puffy stickers that just feel good to smush? These aren't that same kind. These ones are kind of firm. They're not my favorite. I did pull out a couple hearts and just a couple dots. I'm sorry, I'm off screen up at the top. Right there I put another heart down, and there's 2 dots by that heart as well. And I put some more dots down there at the bottom. I'm just kind of giving them a good little splatter around the page, trying to even out the colors a little bit. Here I'm showing you my fine line bottle, and I'm going to glue all this stuff down and come back. Right here I showed you I did decide to take that thread and loop it around the back, and I just tied it down or put it down with some washi strips. This right here is from Freckled Fawn. I use this one that said, on the photo it says, "Wait, what?" And the one up the top says, "Lights, Camera, Action." I'm still referring to the sketch you can see sitting over there on the left-hand side. And here's where I'm going to glue down that "Wait, what?" It's cute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my date. I stamp it sideways over there, and it says May 14th, 2017. And here I am showing you the sketch I used, and then I am going to show you my final layout. I do have some still photos coming up. They aren't the best. I took them tonight inside, so they're a little bit dark, as per usual. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.